Welcome everybody back to another wonderful Minecraft single player survival episode. Anyways, today we are going to be having a little bit of fun by making some paths in this world because, well, if you guys can't already tell, we don't really have any. And that's a bit strange when you're in a Minecraft world because you kind of expect a way to tell you which way to go and you don't want to be left in the dust on not knowing where to go. So I figured we probably should get on that, and I think I have an idea what we should be doing, and that is making the pass. And what we're going to be using is the brown concrete powder that came out in 1.12, and we're also going to be using coarse dirt because it mixes and matches well with that pretty much. And then for, I guess, stone slopes, we're like, for right here, we're going to be using some stone and cobblestone, some cobblestone stairs, and slabs for this little part where it's like inclining, I guess, whatever you want to call it. And that's really it. We may take down this house this episode, I'm not really too sure, but it is also on the agenda for things to do, as we will be replacing the house with houses that kind of fit the style that we're kind of doing over there, as I think they're more interesting and probably going to fit the theme better of what I want to do in this world. So either way, we are going to get started on, I guess, tearing apart the land and putting in the path. Let's get our digging on, you guys. I think it's been a little bit of time for me to casually keep waiting, so we're going to start digging our path here, and I think it should be a good one. Now, we probably should start from the top here, that way it's easier to tell which way to go. And I did actually craft some more brown concrete powder because I figured we're probably going to need a lot of that. It is something that I think we'll probably be using a good bit of. Now, we do have a little bit of differentiation, and I felt like I like this design, or well, the path design anyways, more than what we're currently doing in other series or worlds, whatever you want to call it. Like, I guess there's typical designs, and I feel like this is a nice little difference in what we're currently doing. While I think maybe a nice path like what we have on Afterlife, if you guys don't know, we have like a cobblestone oriented path, or, well, I guess there's cobblestone, there's andesite, gravel, stone, and stone brick, I think, kind of all integrated into it. And I think that would be neat, but even then, I still feel like that's not really necessary as of this moment. And I don't know, I just feel like this is more unique. It's kind of, it kind of fits the whole idea of 1.12. It's something new, current, and I don't know. I feel like a lot more people will probably enjoy that than me doing the typical path, even though it might look better. Because this is just a bunch of brown, while we already kind of have the whole brown style going on, but I intend on making things a bit more prettier. There's supposed to be more foliage soon. I have no clue if that's really going to happen or not. And I'm doing a bad job at mixing this in, I just realized. So, let's see. Gotta casually mix this in and throw it in here or there. And I think that's a little bit better. And while we're at it, we are going to be adding a little bit. Do we want to do that? No, we don't. No, I don't think we want to use any stone in this. While I do think it might be a bit cooler to do something like that, I'm not too sure if that really fits the whole path design. And yeah. So let's see. We're going to continue doing this, and I've been looking at figuring out how to fully like integrate this path into the world over, well, the world, but like into the, whatchamacallit, into the docks area over there, because it's not really going to perfectly integrate itself, so it's a bit difficult to like fully figure out what I'm doing with that. And I don't know, I'm still trying to figure out how I want to like end the dock without abruptly doing so. I don't know, that's just kind of me at the moment. And let's see, do we want it? I'm trying to like slowly make it where it's not like a perfect 3 wide pattern, and it's a little bit difficult when usually as a person I kind of think perfect path, we got to make a perfect path, and this is just kind of going out of my way at doing so, and that needs to turn into grass, that way it doesn't like mess with my mind. And let's see, I guess we can start curving it right now. So I did mention, I think I mentioned anyways, that the houses, or that house, and I believe that dock or fishing hut is going to be torn down and replaced with a different build. Builds that kind of fit the theme of what we're doing over there a bit more than that as of right now. So I think that will be better, and I am doing a bad job. I just remembered again. So we're kind of being wasteful. Don't really like that, but whatever. And I don't like how that's really perfect looking, so that's kind of annoying. Let's see. Oops, did not mean to do that. Can I get you back? Place that. And then that. Can I just break maybe... Will this one work? Will that work? Let's think. So if we're going to walk up, right? Let's think. So if we're walking up, we're going to be like this. Whoop. But that? Huh. We gotta break that. Man, this is difficult. Using slabs is not fun. Not used to this. We gotta do that. And then probably put one over here, there. And then we... Ooh, so that means we have to move that one too. Well, while we're at it, we're gonna take this concrete powder and place some grass back. That way we're not being wasteful. Take this up too, because I believe we have to either way move that. And take you. Place that back. That way we can place some concrete powder. Place that there. And let's see. Is that what I'm going for? I think so. And then just place some normal grass right here. And then place that. And then we can place our concrete powder again. And we'll place you right there. No, we have to place a slab right there. What am I doing? Or we can place another concrete powder and slowly push it out like that. And we don't need to do that, but we'll do this. Let's see. And that way we're kind of slowly causing the transition. And I think that is fine. It's not fully what I'm looking for. But of course we're going to make this a smoother transition than what it is. Because right now it kind of looks a bit rough, but in the process of just doing it on camera, I don't think it's going to look perfect ever. But then again, I don't know, that's just me. And add some more. Do that. And then, do we want to place one right there? I think so. That way we can kind of mix and match right here. And that looks a little bit better than what it was. Well, no, we want to add a coarse dirt then. That way it kind of smoothly transitions out and doesn't look as abrupt. And that way we can just walk up, but I'm kind of not liking that right there. It kind of looks a bit funny, as how it's just kind of the same pattern. I don't know, to me it just kind of sticks out a bit weird. And I guess that works. Now we have a much more smooth path for digging this out, because now we just kind of dig over here. And we'll have a straight path, or a straight path alongside right here that goes up the hill. And I think we're going to possibly do a like little inside the hill type deal. So this house would be torn down, and we'll probably place a makeshift house right there in its place, and then a house on the other side. So that way a path is just going up alongside it, but we're not going to be building the houses this episode. So I think we should be fine in regards to that. So I'm going to quickly make the path for all the way up there. And then I will figure out what I'm doing with the docks in a bit. That way I can show you guys and then finish it all off. So either way, I'll be back in a second. Anyways, everyone, we are about done here. I really have no clue on what we're going to be doing for the dock part. I have to figure out a way to nicely integrate the lighthouse over here into the dock, and then I'll probably close it off right here. And once I've done that, I will probably end up finishing up the path that leads into it, so it will look prettier than currently what it is. I'm still trying my best, but I think we're making a good bit of progress, as we're getting something. That way there's like a little bit of structure to the area. Now you guys are probably thinking, this path kind of looks a bit odd, Jay. Well, it does look a bit odd because, well, there's no trees anywhere nearby for it to really like I guess make it more natural than what it is right now, or we don't have any grass, flowers, or trees, bushes, that type of deal. So once we start adding those little things to perk up the area, I think it'll make things look a lot better than what we currently have going on. So once we end up finishing, well, that's not going to be included in this episode. I'll figure it out. I'll finish it off camera. That way you guys don't have to worry about it. And that way it just kind of looks pretty on its own. Because, well, I know this episode has been more of a nice, simple episode. And that's kind of what I was shooting for. I feel like a lot of the work we've been doing in these past few episodes have been kind of buildy, grindy, that type of deal. And this is just more a laid back, relaxed, simple thing to do, I think, anyways. And yeah, so that's really it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed, man, if I can speak. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. If you guys have, don't forget to tell me in the comment section below. If you guys do enjoy them, make sure to leave a like. Tell me why you guys enjoyed the video, because, well, that's always interesting to hear. Everybody has a different response. Maybe I said something stupid. Maybe I'm just doing great. I don't know. You tell me. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day or night. And yeah. Thank you guys, and I shall see you guys next time. Bye-bye, you guys.